Hello everyone, and welcome back to the final episode of Coffee Break. I'm your host who's thankful they never have to make a coffee pun ever again, Mason Langlois. And on this episode, we will be interviewing the man that makes this all possible, DHS TV media advisor, Mr. Parati. But before we get to the interview, let's begin with the last mug of the week. Hello folks, and welcome back to Mug of the Week. For the final mug of the series, I figured it would be a nice touch to visit where we began. So this is the first ever mug that we had on the show. We dug it out of the closet, finally. I'm feeling a little sentimental for this episode if you can't tell, so that's why we're back to the beginning. That was our very last mug of the week, so let's go on to the interview.
Remember, it's important to recycle your bottles. And if that's not an option, use a reusable bottle.
If you would like to know more information, visit www.town.dartmouth.ma.us and type solid waste and recycling in the search bar. Thank you.
Hello folks, and welcome back to Coffee Break. On today's episode, we have Mr. Parati. Yay! So if you want, you can go ahead and introduce yourself and what your name is.
Hello, I'm Mr. Parati, and I'm the lead teacher for the Business Innovation Technology Department, and also your teacher for media production and all the courses you've been through throughout the years.
Yes. So my first question is, how did the TV media program get started here?
So it was started before I got here, but I arrived here from, I was teaching media at New Bedford High School, and I came in for 2017, 2017, and just came into the program here. At the time, they had the program, but it was, I'm sure you're well aware, it was completely different.
A white sheet on that wall over there?
Yeah. So we've changed it throughout the years from since then, and up to what we have now at this point, to a fully, functional production studio. But now we have many space, thanks to the work that the students have done. We actually have many spaces which you've used throughout the years to film in. So yeah, it's a lot of fun.
All right, nice. So the next question, I'm getting revenge here. So on the episode with Chris Oliver of Coffee Break, I think it was like the second episode of season 2.
Yeah.
I wanted to include a question, and you said no.
Uh-oh.
And it really hurt me. Really, really did. It's feelings on toasters.
So now you're giving me the question.
Yeah. What are your feelings on toasters? Curious.
I do like toasters. Actually, I kind of have a nice one at home that's really good. It's got like the curved lid.
Oh, yes.
So when you open it, I don't know, you can fit more in it for some reason. I really like that one.
There you go.
And now I'm thinking of, I don't know if it's per se a toaster, but I'm looking at like a pizza oven maker for the summer for camping season.
Neat.
I'm looking into that because they make like real cool ones. That are it's kind of like a toaster. It's electric. You plug it in, and you put the 12-inch pizza. It fits your 12-inch pizza in there, and you can bake your pizza to a perfect crisp, I guess.
Yes,
so.
yes. You know what? I'll count pizza ovens as toasters.
And now I regret saying that you shouldn't ask that question.
See, it's hilarious. Like,
I think it's a good question that should be asked.
It's humanizing.
And I highly apologize for saying that you couldn't ask that question.
It's okay. It's okay.
You got it out. You got it out on me.
I got to say it. Finally. All right. So what would you say is the most valuable aspect of the media program in your eyes? Like, what does this program really give students?
I think the aspect of working together, teamwork, coming together to produce, whether it be a show or many other things that we do. Even the field trips that we've gone on through the years. I'm pretty sure you've gone on most of them. But I would say the aspect of just being together as a crew and as a team and working together. on the different aspects of the different things that we do. I would say that's the most valuable thing. And then, we have our big banquet coming up. It's always sad to see all the seniors off that are leaving. We have 5, 6, 7, about 7 seniors that are leaving off this year. So
Yeah. That's nice. So this is another thing. So you are a big fan of Donors Choose, I hear.
Yes.
I hear these things. So I wanted to know, like, what is your opinions on that platform? Like, do you think it's a good source for teachers to get stuff for their classrooms? Would you advise more teachers to join
Oh yeah,
it?
for sure. So we've actually had more teachers in the school in the past few years utilize that program. Basically, I can explain again what Donors Choose is, but it's kind of like a GoFundMe, but for teachers in their classrooms. And what's cool about it is the funding comes from like major corporations, major businesses. For example, this past week, I think it was General Motors gave away millions of dollars for teachers to get classroom materials nationwide, which we took part in that. So we got a bunch of new stuff that came in last week. But through the years now, like Mr. Flint has utilized Donors Choose for different things in the music department. Mr. Colvin got a large screen TV for his classroom that he was looking for, so kids can see the classroom information better. I'm trying to think of what other teachers have done it. Mr. Bosworth has gotten a lot through Donors Choose for his esports room and his classroom and there. So a lot of teachers have utilized it. And I think it's an excellent opportunity for us to get the extras that we're looking for to teach. And in our case, we've gotten a lot of like technical equipment and different aspects. Most recently, actually last week, we got all our banquet decorations came through Donors Choose. We have our big banquet next week, which is masquerade themed.
Yes.
So we got a ton of decorations, all donated by Donors Choose. So stuff like that, normally we would have to pay or fundraise for, we can get it donated. So I think that's a good opportunity.
Yeah. All right. So now you're on the talk show. You
Okay.
know, I'm not aware personally of you being on the talk show before. So first time question mark?
For being on a talk show? No, I think I was on a few episodes way back when. Might have been with Ryan Aruda or in the past years going back, but not typically in front of the camera. I'm usually always playing
Standing
the
back
role
there.
backstage behind the scenes and making sure everything's working properly, which you're aware we always have technical difficulties on a regular basis.
Sometimes.
Even yesterday we were filming Shay Talk and the set went completely dark yesterday. So we had to figure that out, well, how come, and Ben Smith was like, this has never happened before. And of course, Mr. Shea was like on a roll. He was getting his one take. We were shooting for the one take. And of course, the whole set went blacked out. So
The elusive Mr. Shea one take wonder moment.
So
Will we see it? I don't know.
So no, I'm not often in front of the camera. So this is probably first time in a long time. So yeah.
All right. So I asked that because I want to know who, in your opinion, out of all time, and it's like not just here, it's like of all time, most iconic talk show hosts. Like I'm talking like Oprah. I'm talking like,
in my
those things,
opinion?
in your opinion, favorite talk show host.
Favorite talk show host. I think for me it would be a toss up between, I'm going old school, so I'm going to go Johnny Carson, which I did see in person when I was actually younger than you. I was like 14 or 15. I went to California with my family in LA, and we actually got to be in the audience for Johnny Carson. This is going, early to mid 1980s.
Nice.
So I did get to see Johnny Carson. So that would probably be my first choice. Second choice would be a toss up between Jay Leno and who was my, I do like Conan O'Brien.
That's a good pick.
So
Conan.
I would have to say that would be my toss up. David Letterman probably would be in that toss up too. So, but I still listen to Conan on his podcast. He has a podcast. on XM, and I really enjoy his podcast. So it'd be a close tie between Conan, Jay Leno, and I'd say David Letterman. But I'm going to go old school for number one and go back to Johnny Carson as my top pick.
Top pick. That's a good pick. That's a good pick.
Yeah.
So last but not least, is there any words to any freshmen or underclassmen that want to join the TV program?
Sure. We now have, well, we started a middle school program. I'm talking into the camera at this point, but we started a middle school program this year, which has gone very well. It's very successful. And so we have a lot of young students that are looking to come up to the high school and host their own shows. So I would suggest if you do take the class or you do join the program and you want to host, I would say the more you do, the better.
Yes.
To get comfortable in front of the camera, because the first time you do it, you can actually see the growth through the years. And I could go back to your years and see
Do not show
a
me a
lot of
single
growth.
episode of Backstage. Don't do it.
But you've actually grown tremendously throughout the years, and I think because of the doing more in front of the camera. But not only that, don't be afraid to also learn behind the scenes. You've, I would say, have become like well-rounded in all the aspects, because you know how to edit, you know how to write, you know how to film. You've got all the skills under your belt. So I think for any student coming up, try to learn a little bit of everything, so that way you're well-rounded if you want to pursue this after high school and looking to create a career in media. So,
Of course.
yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much for coming on, Mr. Parati. I
You're
really do
welcome.
appreciate it.
Oh, can we do a final coffee cheer?
Of course. The
So
toast.
the final in the wide shot again?
Here,
Wide
ready?
shot,
3,
ready?
2, 1.
Right.
Bang.
Yeah, we're in. There we
That
go.
was good enough. Yeah. All right. Thank you so much.
That's it.
Hey, what are you doing with that plastic bag? It's 2023.
Why would I use a reusable bag? These work just fine.
Because the more you use those types of bags, there's going to be less landfill in 5 to 6 years. Just look at this picture.
Well, I guess if it matters that much, I can use a reusable bag.
Good. Now, you can just give me your bag. I can use it for other things.
Wait, my stuff is still in there.
For more information on plastic bags and recycling, go to our town website, town.dartmouth.ma.us, and type in the search bar on the top right-hand corner, solid waste and recycling for more information. Thank you.
And with that, I'm afraid that's all we have for this week. Thank you all so much for tuning in to our final episode of Coffee Break. I'm going to take this time to thank a few people, including my Coffee Break crew in the back, Percy, Ari, Brady, and Molly, for recording basically every episode of this show and having to hear my voice all the time. I'm sure it gets annoying. Also, thank you so much to the DHS TV Media Program for allowing this show to happen. That's all for now. I've been your host, Mason Langlois, and I'll see you sometime on Coffee Break.